Swali langu la kwanza, our problem as a nation is not even corruption. Okay, thank you. So, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, tuko na shida kubwa kwanza kwa hii Kenya. Swali la kwanza, are you the solution or are you another problem as the many problems we've already have as Kenyans? Number 2, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, direction is more important than speed. As President William Ruto greatest challenger, what direction are you taking and what different policies and lala tukiamka tuamke na matumaini na si maini zenye hazina chakula. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, lastly, just 30 seconds. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, I'm not afraid of telling you the truth. I woke up on August 8th to vote. I thought I was voting for change. Experiencing today is not the change. Musyoka, if you Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka.
Asante sana. Huyo ndugu anataka kulia machozi sababu anashanga kwa hivyo. From his your understanding of his question. Of course, Kenya Kwanza team and then Mheshimiwa Pasaris will also give us some 2 comments about the 2/3 gender rule and the process. Process. Karibu.
Stay woke. My name is Angela. Calls observed. Peace be all unto you. Your Excellency, Mr. Kalonzo, we are aware that Kenya has been made a NATO ally. We are aware. All these changes in the finance bill, all the changes in these bills, is it being triggered by this alliance? We know tunajua wazungu walicolonize Kenya. Now we can't trust them again. Unaona? Na Kalonzo, Your Excellency Mr. Kalonzo. If at all there's any benefit to the Kenyan mwananchi, hii agreement yenye ilimekiwa huko ina benefit aje mwananchi, ama sisi ndo scapegoats za the elites wenye wako huko juu tukuje tumie? Thank you.
Asante sana dadangu. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Bwana is happening. Yes, sir. Ask you to come over and respond to. They touch on the policies and the laws and also the issues around all these changes. What is the future like? And so this is going to be the nature of our.
Where is Patrick? Oh, Paul. You voted for William Ruto. That's your right. And now you are feeling it. The winner, whenever that will be. The first thing, and I've said it, housing tax. Day one, say that. Because you're feeling that even in for round 2 of overtaxation. Of course, I'll deal with corruption. But Kenyans are tired. You say the problem is not corruption. I agree with you, Paul. Issue is inborn greed. And you just want to get there and fix everybody. Have a stone heart. The trouble is we need leaders with hearts of flesh. We seem to have friends who are now sitting in high places who are guided by that approach. Mutadu. Because we want the economy to grow, taxation should be made simple, predictable, so that a Kenyan businessman, Somali man, businessman, mama in Gikomba, wherever, those juakali artisans who kutengeneza hizo masufuria, you're going to even have to tax them. We are waiting for, you know, when the courts, Paul said, you go back to Parliament to do, now go and tax the hope is in the informal sector right now. The other day I went to Gikomba and then went to Kamkunji. The only handicraft market which is supposed to service the tourism industry in. Well, I've seen a statement by President Ruto today saying that they have paid, I think, settled over 20 of any who was settled. Asikuona, or the 10,000 shillings that we're supposed to get, they use the chiefs have girlfriends na mabibi wengine. Are you sure this money has not ended up with the wrong hands? And you are there sitting, Mr. President, now kuamini you have done your duty. But the most serious thing is what Angela, is Angela? Angela, was it Angela? I thank you for that question. Indeed, it should be the concern of every Kenyan. Any government's worth is sought must commit to protect the lives of its citizens and their properties. I posed a question the other day. The United States of America are our friends. Indeed, if you know the history of this country, the friendship between the then Attorney General of the United States of America under President Kennedy was Robert Kennedy. He was a very good friend of our late iconic leader, Tom Joseph Mboya. They organized the first airlift of Kenyans to the United States, and that gave capacity. That was capacity building for the newly independent nation state of Kenya. But that friendship aside, in 1998, I remember it clearly. I was the Minister for Education, and I took an helicopter to preside over a show, an agricultural show in Hola, in Tana River County, and then flew to Garissa Technical Institute. Then it had now become a university, to preside over graduation of the teachers who had graduated that year in 1990. When I was there, between Hola and Garissa, I'm receiving telephone calls, urgent, kumepigwa Nairobi, kumepigwa. President Moi had to convene a very urgent cabinet meeting. Lest you forget, we lost over 220 Kenyans that day, and Kenyans demonstrated their ability to love each other. Nobody asked, are you Kikuyu, are you Luo, are you Mkamba, Mlaluya, Kalenjin? They were there helping each other, those ones who were wounded. Today, how many years since 1998? Can somebody tell me? How many years? 36? 26 years. I attended the 25th anniversary at the bomb blast. I remember the twin bomb blasts happened in Nairobi and Dar es Salaam, targeting the American embassy, American embassies. We became collateral damage. And we were not an ally of NATO. We were not an ally of NATO. Just imagine now to be branded and aligned. In other words, next time, instead of hitting the American embassy, they will hit us directly, wherever there's probably a Kenyan embassy anywhere in the world. Therefore, this needed serious conversation. Let us remain bilateral, good friends in the United States of America, because there's a big Kenyan community out there. And we want them to come and invest. And on that, I think President William Ruto did his best. The digital economy, the Silicon Valley. But when you think of the American Silicon Valley, we have our Konza City, which is a Vision 2030 project by Kibaki and myself and Raila. The African Savannah. So at the end of the day, we must guard what we consider our identity as a nation state. Otherwise we will continue to be collateral damage. But this time, not collateral damage, we will be targeted. And when that happens, we will hold Kenya Kwanza responsible. Mumenisikia hiyo? I mean, naongea kabisa because of experience. Mambo haya tunayaona haya. Tunayaona. Therefore, positive non-alignment is what has kept us going. Well, I loved when President Ruto was asked a question by Richard Quest. You remember Quest means business. Hey, mnakumbuka huyo? Alimuuliza bana, sasa hii alignment, mmekuwa sasa nyinyi ni West. Do you know what your president said? He said, watu wanatugandamiza na hii maneno ya east, look east or west. We say we look forward. That is Kenya's foreign policy. Well, I did everything to help our brothers in Somalia. Really. Brought Abdullah Yusuf. Abdullah Qassam lives in Egypt. Because unless there is peace in Somalia, we cannot claim to have reason of peace in Kenya. Well, I even said, although my clan here ni mnaijua, huko nilisema clan yangu inaitwa Deeply Mirifli. Because they are Wiyes and the Darots. They are all Somalis, they are all Muslim, but they will kill each other because of the sub-clans. We have a difficult geographical location. With troubles in Ethiopia, I can understand why America would need to have some anchoring. By the way, that anchoring could even happen without these declarations, because these declarations can spell doom and death to Kenya. I hope Angela nimekujibu. Mungu alinde Kenya. Thank you.